Will you marry me? One moment, please.
Let's get married.
All right. It's go time. I am pumped.
Oh, gosh, I'm going to miss this. A scene from the hit CBS show, The Big Bang Theory, back in production right now, season 12. But we just learned this is going to be the show's last season. One of the stars, Mayim Bialik, is taking a break today only to talk about her new book and her new project. And this was kind of a shock, I think, to a lot of people.
Yeah, I literally just found out. So I'm still processing. This is the best job, besides being a mom, this is the best job I've ever had. So yeah, it will be sad. It will be sad to say goodbye. And I know so many fans will be sad to see us say goodbye.
In the meantime, we're really excited about season 12.
I know. I can't wait to see what happens if it's our last. Yeah.
Table reads are going to be really interesting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we just had one this morning, and it was lovely. But, yeah.
All right. You've got a lot of new projects going on. Tell me about the new book. This is your 5th book?
This is, I think it's my 4th book.
4th book. You had Girling Up.
Yeah, I wrote Girling Up a little over a year ago.
Okay.
And Boying Up is its companion. So, you know, I'm a neuroscientist, so I'm trained to understand the male and female body.
A neuroscientist from UCLA.
Yes, that's right. I got my doctorate there. So I wrote a book not because I know what it's like to be a boy, but I know what it's like to be the mom of 2 boys. And so I wrote a book with voices of real men, including my boys, kind of talking about what it's like to be a man in today's society, and also with obviously the science background to talk about puberty and nutrition and all of those things that go into being a boy.
Yeah, I love your books. I haven't had a chance to read this entire book, but you talk in a real voice. Not, I mean, like a mom, okay? There's a little bit of advice woven in there. But like the cool mom. So you get it. I mean, you take these topics right on. The first page I opened up to was sexting.
Yeah, well, you know, kids are very savvy these days. And I was a very young teenager and tween, but kids are very sophisticated. Social media's changed a lot of their understanding, so you kind of need to meet them at that level, I guess.
Okay, so we talk about sexting. I know, I know there's some other advice in there about college, and it seems like there's so much pressure on young people right now. And your boys are 10, 12. And
yeah,
this is
10
kind
and
of
almost
the
13.
age when they start feeling that pressure.
Well, and that's kind of what I emphasize in Girling Up and Boying Up. You know, it's obviously if you skip class tomorrow and you're in 9th grade or 10th grade, that's not going to affect the rest of your life. But a mentality about how you prioritize education, that is important to start thinking about. It just is. And, you know, there are a lot of different ways to live your life. College isn't for everyone. So that's also something I talk about in the book. There are a lot of different options, you know, for what you want to do with your life.
And just great advice for parents. Do you recommend that boys read this book?
Yeah, the book was really written for boys 10 to 18, but girls tend to read more in that kind of age range than boys do. So I think that Boying Up, for a lot of people, at least the feedback I've gotten, is that it's a good conversation starter so that you kind of know what kind of information you can talk about with boys. And sometimes that works better for boys. At least that's what I found as a mom of boys.
You're so busy. So
I'm
much
a busy lady.
Tell me about the Dare to Live initiative.
Dare to Change, Dare to Learn.
This is for older people.
Yeah, I partnered with Pearson, which is a large, very, you know, prestigious and well-trusted educational company. And the idea is to dare to learn, dare to change, to encourage adults to revisit their passions and consider returning to school or getting education online, which is something Pearson can help with. Obviously, for me, I was raised as an actor. I was a child actor, and I turned to neuroscience after being told I had a career waiting for me in acting. And so it's that kind of transition that made me really want to partner with them and encourage people. You can learn more at the Pearson Facebook page, but the idea is to encourage adults to really kind of tap into what's your passion. If it's something that you kind of left behind, it's not too late to revisit it, because sometimes when we pursue what we love, we actually can have a more fulfilling life.
I think a lot of people go through that thought process.
Absolutely.
And they're not sure where to turn, what to do, or am I being silly? I've had this
fulfilling
career,
right? So am I being silly is one of the things people say. Can I afford it is another thing. And that's why, as I said, Pearson is kind of set up to help with those transitions and help you make it possible. Because, you know, imagine if we lived our lives doing what we were really passionate about. I think it might shift a lot of people's, you know, perspective about how they then enter the world or even raise children.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All righty. Good luck with season 12.
Thank you.
We always appreciate chatting with you.
Thank you.
Again, Mayim's new book, it's called Boying Up, How to Be Brave, Bold, and Brilliant. We've got a lot more information on Mayim, her books, and The Big Bang Theory. Season 12 coming up, starts next month. Check out our website, KCAL9.com, and Seen on TV. As we said, season 12 of The Big Bang Theory, it's going to be the last. It premieres Monday, September 24th on our sister station, CBS 2.